The new Wyatt faction, the Wyatt Six, consists of 6 members. But who is the 6th member? Only 5 showed up on Raw. Well, the 6th member has been revealed as the Fiend. But the question is, who will play the Fiend? Could it be Bray Wyatt? In today's video, we will reveal the truth. Plus, we'll have all of the late-breaking updates concerning the Wyatt Six. New footage has been leaked out of the Wyatt Six debuting on Raw. We get a much clearer shot of them right here. Many are saying that this was a touching moment as Mercy the Buzzard places his hand on the shoulder of Uncle Howdy. And some say it was breaking character. But this happened when the Raw cameras were off. And look at this. On the top of Uncle Howdy's hat, a red circle. It's there because of Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt, a few years back, changed his name on his Twitter account to a red circle because the circle is life and the circle is Bray. But is this a major clue about the identity of the 6th member? And many are wondering, what is going to happen to the Wyatt Six in WWE after the brutal attack on Raw? Well, it could be that the person who is in charge of Raw isn't going to do anything about it, and he will let the Wyatt Six seek and destroy on Raw in the coming weeks. A major clue that Pierce will allow this to happen is the fact that Adam Pearce's Twitter account was hacked by the Wyatt Six. And then once Adam Pearce got his Twitter account back, fans asked him, "What do you think about Wyatt Six hacking your account?" And here's what he replied with. "Don't know what you guys are talking about in terms of my Twitter being hacked." So it could very well be that with this statement, Adam Pearce has been brainwashed, and he is now being controlled by the Wyatt Six, much like Alexa Bliss was a couple years back by the Fiend. And speaking of the Fiend, he has been named as the 6th and final member of the Wyatt Six. But will it be Bray Wyatt under the mask? Let's get to that answer right now. It was a bloodbath on Raw. We have never seen anything like it in WWE. Wrestlers laying on the ground, presumed dead. Crimes were committed, but the suspects are hiding in plain sight. Obviously, the ones responsible are the Wyatt Six. But there was one wrestler who caught people's attention, who was attacked and seemingly murdered by the Wyatt Six, Chad Gable. Many say that he was shot and he passed away. Here he looks lifeless, a severe wound to the head. But why did they single out Chad Gable and commit such a heinous act against him? Well, we now have the answer, and it may shock and disturb you. It seems that Chad Gable has been warned by Uncle Howdy the whole time. And when we saw all of those QR codes, strange messages popping up on WWE TV for the last few months, they were, for whatever reason, targeting Chad Gable. The clues were as follows. If you see here, his initials, CG, Chad Gable. Then in another strange message, it says, "Thank you," at the end, Chad Gable's catchphrase. Some say that they took out Chad Gable because they saw him as a threat. But some say that the Wyatt Six, they're going to take out the bad guys, the ones who are against us and against the common good. Well, that means that the Wyatt Six are going to be baby faces. Well, I don't know if you can be a babyface if you murdered several WWE wrestlers. Even if Chad Gable was a bad person, it still was the wrong thing to do. But there has to be an answer as to why they targeted Chad. Did he do something? Is it revenge for something that happened in the past? Well, what we do know is that they've been targeting Chad Gable the whole time, and he was number 1 on their hit list. And we now know that the rest of the victims were not known WWE stars. This person here was presumed to be Triple H. It's not. You can see a tattoo on his left arm. Triple H has no tattoos. And this wrestler who was taken out, fans thought it was Seth Rollins or Karrion Kross. We now know it wasn't. Who are they? And could they possibly rise from the dead at some point? Could this all be an elaborate plan for what is going to happen in the coming weeks? But also, where is Triple H? Was he somewhere behind a desk, behind a computer, and we didn't see him? Did they kidnap him? Is he being held hostage? We might find out the answer in the coming days. But another question concerning the Wyatt Six is, who is the 6th member of the faction? Well, we have the answer to that question, and it will be revealed to be the Fiend. Very shocking indeed, because the person who was behind that mask was Bray Wyatt. And sadly, Bray Wyatt passed away. But how could the Fiend return if the person who was behind the mask is no longer with us? Well, as we know, the Wyatt Six, they're a supernatural faction with powers of the paranormal, and they will bring the Fiend back. However, it will not be Bray Wyatt behind the mask. Instead, a new person will be behind the mask that Bray once donned. It's possible they will try and find a wrestler who has a similar build to Bray Wyatt, the same kind of hairstyle, and the same height. And if the Fiend ever talks, he may talk through a voice morpher. And WWE and the Wyatt Six, they will want you to believe that it is Bray Wyatt, that somehow he's back and he is under the mask of the Fiend. But in truth, it will not be Bray Wyatt. It will be a replacement. But the big news here is the Fiend is coming back, and it will be a new Fiend, and he will soon be revealed as the 6th and final member of the Wyatt Six. What are your thoughts about the possibility that the Fiend will soon be revealed as the 6th member of the Wyatt Six, and it will not be Bray Wyatt behind the mask? Leave a comment and give me your opinion.